Thanks for watching Lessons in Minutes with Jaylee. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hey guys, today we're going to look at the topic assets. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to give examples of the different types of assets. Now, I've mentioned the term assets, and we're looking at assets. What are assets? Assets are resources with a monetary value that are owned by a business. The terms resources, monetary value, owned by the business were mentioned. So with having those terms in the back of your mind, what are some examples that you can think of? And we begin with some examples right there. We have the building. That's an asset, resource owned by the business. We have the motor vehicle, motor car, truck, van. Those are assets. We also have the computer owned by the business. That's an asset right there. Another, the cash, whether it is cashing and meaning the cash is within the business premises, in the business cash till, then of course that is cash in hand. If it is cash at bank, it is also an asset. That is the money that is in the business bank account in the bank, right? Now, another example right there, you go to a store, the items that are on the shelves for resale, those are owned by the business. So therefore, they are classified as asset. So items bought primarily for resale, the term for that is goods, or you can refer to them as inventory. No, once items are purchased for resale, those are referred to as inventory. So if it is that the business that is being operated is a motor vehicle business, those van and truck and sedans, cars, whatever, the CRVs, once those are purchased primarily for resale, they are referred to as goods. And yes, goods are resources owned by the business, so therefore that's an asset. Here we go with another example. So the goods are on the shelf, and you may find someone come and they purchase the goods based on the relationship that they have with the business. The goods were bought on credit by the individual. This person is now owing the business. The money that they're owing to the business is the business owned. So therefore, a debtor is an asset. And here we go looking at the categories of assets. So there are two broad categories of assets. They are fixed or non-current assets. So fixed asset is also referred to as non-current asset. And the other category right there is current asset. Now, how would you distinguish between the two? What is the distinction between the two assets? Fixed assets were not bought primarily to be sold. They were bought to be used in the business and are expected to be used in the business for a long time. While for the current assets, these have a short life. These items are likely to change in the short term and certainly within a 12-month period, so within the year. Now, earlier we looked at some examples. How would you classify those examples into fixed and current assets? The first one there that we have is building, and building is a fixed asset. Definitely, it would have a long life in the business, so therefore it is fixed. In terms of the current asset, we have the stock expected to change within the accounting period, within the 1-year period, within the 12 months, so therefore that is a current asset. The debtor expected to pay the business within the 12-month period or shorter, relatively shorter, because of course you're expecting to collect whatever is owing to the business by this individual in a short span. So definitely that is a current asset. The computer is a fixed asset. The motor vehicle is a fixed asset. The cash, whether cash in hand or cash at bank, that's a current asset. And what else can you think of in terms of the fixed asset and current assets? So let's add some more to your list of fixed assets. We have the fixtures and fittings, We have premises, we also have machinery, and there are others. In terms of current assets, we have cash at the bank, or if you just see the term bank, that is current assets. Also, prepayments. Prepayments are expenses that are paid for in advance, the benefit to be received in the next accounting period. So for example, electricity, which is an expense, the amount incurred for the year was $20,000. However, the business went ahead and paid $25,000. That extra $5,000 that was paid is referred to as prepayments. Now, how is the prepayment classified as an asset? The $5,000 is not yet the utility company money. It is the business money. So they are owing it to us. It is our money, the business money. So therefore, it is classified as an asset. And the final example that I'll be giving you is revenues owing. Revenues owing, say, for example, the business rented a part of its premises. The rent for the year is $50,000. However, the business only collected from the individual $40,000. That extra $10,000 that is owing by the individual to the business is business money. So therefore, it is an asset. And that takes us to the end of our lesson, looking at examples of different types of assets.
Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.